All right, so podcast episode 2. What's going on?
A lot's been happening.
Lots been happening. You got any updates on what's been happening recently with that situation?
The lady?
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking through the comments. It doesn't really, you can't really tell, but just people saying that I guess she did it to somebody else already or before that person. So she already came up with another bag. So I guess how she got caught this time was, I guess she was putting fake injury reports. And that's how they caught her again. So she was trying to get more money off this.
You gotta, right? So people who didn't listen before, you gotta like run them through what happened before.
Oh, yeah. That
Just so they know.
Quick
so
summary.
Yeah, of the
lady
first
from-
video.
I guess this lady was chasing a black dude, and I guess they were trying to say that he pulled her out the car and body slammed her. But in reality, she came out the car and like spit on him. And
Wait, she was chasing
swearing.
him?
Well, let's
Yeah.
preface.
I thought it was a car accident.
Yeah,
No,
she
no.
like rear-ended him.
But
apparently.
before the rear end, she was actually chasing him. She was instigating that car accident. Then she smacked him in the back.
That tracks.
And-
So
yeah.
She was asking for it. It's not like it just happened out of nowhere. Whatever road rage they had, she was chasing him, and boom! I don't know if he probably brake checked her or something, and smacked her in the back of the rear car. And
I mean, it
and
wouldn't be
from
in
there-
his best interest to brake check her.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you haven't heard it, I mean, it's not crazy. It's not a crazy story, but it's
Yeah,
crazy for us.
It's pretty
Oh,
crazy.
it's
No,
pretty
it's
crazy.
pretty
Yeah, it's still
crazy,
pretty
man.
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, she changed her GoFundMe from 20K, now it's at 50K, and she's like close to 40K. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and apparently on her first scam, she came up like 30 racks, her and her mom, off like kind of the same kind of
Like the insurance
yeah, like
fraud.
they got in an accident, they kind of like fled the scene, put it like in the insurance claim in, and somehow, some way got 30,000 out of it.
There was a story of some dudes from New York that used to do that kind of thing, and they used to go change their plates, like people that had what's it called, like dash cam footage. They'd like cover it so you couldn't really see them, blah blah. And they used to go around. They'd loosen like the back bumper of their car, and they pretty much go around and then try to get rear-ended by people. But what they used to do all the time, because they weren't really legit, is, you know, when they'd pull up to be like, oh, don't call the police, it's just swap insurance information, blah, blah, blah. When they filed the report, they'd use the correct information, like the correct license plate and all other stuff. But they'd go around pretty much with a non-legit car and do this kind of insurance scam. And then people started posting it online, catching on to it, until eventually someone found that car parked on the side of the street, and they vandalized the whole car. And then they ended up getting
Damn.
caught. Oh, yeah, I forgot
It's
what
pretty
that
funny
was.
that people are still doing insurance scams nowadays, though.
It's a full-time
Yeah,
job,
bro.
man.
You can Uber.
Oh,
like
dude, that's
DoorDash.
great.
It's a full-time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't blame people because
You're a
you see
crook.
what happened with certain insurance companies where they'll just randomly drop you for no reason. Then all that money you gave to them every month just disappears.
Yeah, kind of like California.
We could talk about that. We could transition to that story.
I feel like they
So,
disregard some too. 'Cause,
Nah,
like,
I mean, to be honest, you know, I'm not even. I understand why the insurance companies did it though. Like,
you're talking about like the homes?
yeah, them dropping all the
California?
policies. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the state literally stopped doing the the Brussels cleaning, whatever.
Yeah,
Obviously-
Cleaning the brush.
Cleaning the brush. Yeah. Obviously, if you're gonna stop doing that, and you know that there's a high chance of wildfires to increase
Dude, they have
if
like
you don't clean.
a history of wildfires.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'm the insurance company and I'm like, wait, the state of California is doing what? They're not doing this anymore. They're taking those tax dollars.
I'm not gonna lie. I would drop the coverage too.
I would
drop it too.
I would drop that
I'm
coverage
saving
too.
my end.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So like, I can't even be. It's sad. It's sad what's happening over there. And all the house that burned down. But like,
Honestly, I want to hear you guys' theories on the. Like
be so
everyone put
much
their little
theories.
tinfoil hat on. I want to hear.
tinfoil hat's crazy.
I want to hear y'all theories on these wildfires. I have a few. But
I just don't understand how the fire hydrants weren't working. They didn't have any water. They cut the water supply. Like, what? Like,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
it's
It's
Didn't it
2025,
go through like a really like affluent neighborhood too? Like a lot of really big
yeah.
expensive houses
oh yeah,
got hit,
multi-million-dollar homes just
and then
gone.
the fire hydrants just don't work.
Yeah, just gone.
I actually watched. I seen a quote by Joe Rogan. He was actually filming while that happened.
He was on the scene.
I don't know if he was on the scene. I don't know if he was around an area, but it was happening while he was doing a podcast.
I think he
I don't know.
operates out of Austin, Texas, though.
He does, but I don't think he was at his house. I'm not sure if he was at his house recording a podcast. I think he was recording somebody's podcast. The dude that was at the podcast, his house got burnt down while they were filming.
Oh yeah, Mel Gibson. You guys ever heard of Mel Gibson?
Gibson, yes.
He's like
yes.
an actor,
Yeah,
director.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine that. Yo.
What's your theory though?
My theory?
Like,
I mean,
you think
I
it's
know
like
a lot
just
of
legit climate change, wind, fire?
I don't know a lot of things, but I know there's tools that the U.S. has, and they don't want to mention anything. So there's
Tools?
meaning like a plane with a laser on it. I mean, that's been out for a long time. I mean,
there's a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily that, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of like weather control stuff that exists. Like Dubai, like they literally
Bro.
Manufacture clouds.
I was saying this too. Like, we definitely have enough resources that we could have put at least some sort of stop or prevention to it.
I mean, what made no sense to me, I remember seeing a video of a helicopter coming down into a pool to like grab water.
Bro, the
Yeah.
ocean's right there.
The ocean's right there.
The ocean's literally right there.
No, I
But
think
we
in
did-
California, like you have to allow them to do that. If you get a pool, I think it's written.
Yeah, but or those fires are like happening. It's literally next to the ocean.
no, it's
Like-
where is it at? Like Malibu, around there.
Yeah, Malibu's part of it. Palisades, Malibu area, that's kind of like near the ocean.
Yeah, so it's like, why are you
Like, bro, literally right
going
there.
into pools?
Don't get me wrong. I've seen clips of them going into the ocean and like grabbing water, but like, come on.
I just don't know why wouldn't you do that. Like, the thing
Well-
is, they take orders. So like, whoever's in charge of your squadron, they're gonna be like, you have to do this, you guys do that. For some reason, they didn't want to do anything. You know what I mean? They did take out the big fires, but there's just too much. There's just too much going on.
Yeah, fires,
then
fires,
all
man.
the,
It's very crazy.
Like the funding cuts for the fire departments or like the reallocation of their funding to
Yeah.
other things.
yeah, that's
All kind of in like the same.
that's what I think is
timeline?
really, caused all. I don't know the reason to why the funding cuts happened, but that's the start.
There is
of
a
it.
reason, but
Not
I don't
doing
want
the
to
brush
just put
cleaning.
misinformation out there.
Yeah, but
'Cause
not
I
doing the
don't-
brush cleaning. Cutting all these budgets.
Oh no, they allocated those funds that they cut from the fire department to go towards like addressing like the homeless crisis going
Yeah,
on.
and
Which is
ironically, they
big
made a
issue.
bunch of people homeless because
Yeah.
the fires.
So it's like, hey,
They don't do nothing though with those Skid Rows people. I mean, all the homeless people there.
Yeah,
so you guys thought it was like just naturally, or this was like someone pushed the button and caused this on purpose?
That's
Because
hard
there
to
is two
explain.
ways I look at
I
it.
don't know. I definitely think it's more natural. I don't like because why burn down all those houses? You'd piss off a lot of people that probably put money into politicians' pockets or
Well,
whatever.
true, but
It's
like,
not like those houses were going down in value or something, and this is some big way for the wealthy to like
cash in on their
cash.
property.
You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
whoever owns it wouldn't be cashing in, really.
they're not cashing in nothing exactly.
No.
They're not houses.
But it
not
would
church.
make the land, especially like vacant land, cheaper for government and investment firms to come buy it. That was one of my theories
Oh,
too.
you're thinking like
Yeah, I got my tinfoil. I got my tinfoil.
that's
hat on.
big. That's big tinfoil hat on.
Literally, think
I
about
see
it.
what you're saying though.
So they already did that in Hawaii.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So it's like,
and
but
then like
people just
BlackRock,
forgot
Vanguard
about it.
all came in. Well, I don't know if it's them specifically. Definitely BlackRock because they hands and everything.
Some big
but-
corporation.
Yeah, but all these investment firms came and was like, cheap land, a little burnt, but I'll take it.
Yeah, because they already know
Yeah.
they're gonna buy land in
Yeah,
California.
save money on the demolition.
Buying burnt land
Burnt
in
land.
California. It's
California, as this is already expensive, so they just got a nice little
yeah,
clearance.
That forecast is nuts.
Nice clearance on that.
Yeah,
And they still didn't put it out completely. I think like they're expecting more wins. I don't know. There's a bunch of douchebags.
I heard that land that burnt down was high in gold and stuff,
Think so?
like mining area. Yeah. So I don't know how true that is. Who knows? But I mean, they're gonna use that land either way.
wasn't most of the gold mined out of that area? Like a long
Yeah,
time
California, Nevada, around there.
I don't think
ago?
it's
Yeah,
all.
gold rush.
I don't think it's all mined up at all.
On the religious side,
The religious side.
Yeah.
There's a
Religious
religious twist to
side.
this.
there's kind of
Well,
I
first
seen-
by water, next by fire.
No. There was a lot of comparisons. There was a lot of comparisons to like the story of Sodom and Gomorrah when God burnt down the city. Hey, if you want to compare a place where there's raping, just gays and child sexual abuse and all these kind of things, that's the place.
You think Diddy got a
So I
property
think-
out there?
Oh, it's
I mean,
gonna.
Diddy does have. Yeah,
That- apparently
Diddy
has
has
the
a house
property.
burnt down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently his
that's
mansion
some-
burned down, but and they had like a ton of documents that was about to go up into investigation soon. Yeah, that's gone. I don't know. That's pretty decent
A
comparison.
bunch
though,
of
'cause,
documents. Oh, like in his house.
Like, God was like, "Hey, you guys doing this? You know what I'm saying? I did this before. I'm gonna do it again." And,
Nah, I don't think it's that. But that
but think about it. That kind of tracks. Like they
I see how
Bro,
you're connecting the dots.
bro, the
but
devil damn near got a property over there too. They're doing all that nasty sick shit over there.
No, I get that, but I don't think it's God burning down these houses.
They definitely they did enough to prevent it, but my thing is, why stop if it was working? So when they did stop, randomly catches on fire. It just doesn't make sense. Why would they stop taking care of the ashes or whatever that was?
The underbrush.
Yeah, the underbrush. Like, why would they stop that? That's the like what, you know what I mean? What caused them to stop doing that?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, especially with such an expensive state like California.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely raking in enough money from tax to get that
Dumb
covered.
Dude, they're pretty much robbing the people over there if you live in California on the tax.
Oh yeah.
You'd think they'd have enough funds to
sun
be able
tax.
to.
Now burn tax.
Oh, it's crispy.
They're definitely gonna come out with some like relief program, blah blah
Oh, yeah.
blah, and you're gonna pay taxes to fund it. And yeah, what a time to live in California.
I don't know why people stay there, honestly.
To this day, like California's cool to visit and all, but I don't
Yeah.
see myself ever living there. Like,
It's a nice place. It's beautiful with like the
I'll be-
nature. The nature. I just don't like the urban areas a lot.
Yeah.
In California.
If
Like,
I
I don't
had the
have.
money-
I never had a burning desire to go and visit like L.A. and like
Nah,
California. I
me
never
neither.
like. I
it's
just,
cool to visit. I went there.
It's wild.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They just. I don't know. L.A. in itself it just feels off to me.
Off.
You've never been though, so like
I haven't.
Yeah.
When I went, it was pretty nice. It's crazy when you go to LA City, then you go to Beverly Hills, the environment of like the smell of the air just changes dramatically.
Yeah.
You notice that
Really?
like this. Yo,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Ever since that day, it made me realize a lot of things about like the landscape and stuff. The Cali's sick. I don't mind living there if I had the money because it's always warm, always gonna have good weather. You could always explore. You go up north, there's still snow.
You could always get an
Yeah.
earthquake.
You know what I
You
mean?
could always get
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
wildfire.
It's always hot,
yeah,
like
yeah.
fire burning up.
You go to Florida's a great place to live too, but they deal with hurricanes and stuff. So it's like-
Alligators.
the best thing about
I'd take the alligators over
Yeah.
the fire.
but this is why you see more people moving to New England because we don't have all that
I
crap.
mean, we get every season.
but we don't have dramatic seasons.
No, but honestly, I'll put up with a snowstorm for any of these things.
Any day.
One day
I'll do-
Any
snowstorm.
day.
Because guess
Put up
what?
a
That snow's gonna melt eventually.
And
One
the
day
house-
those fires are
and-
gonna go out.
And the houses
Yeah.
are built like to withstand snowstorms. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's not like Texas when they got that snowstorm and all the roofs started caving
Yeah,
in and
that
stuff.
one,
Yeah.
that 1 inch of snow.
Yeah, random.
They have
Even
no
Atlanta,
plows
you seen
either.
Atlanta
Yeah.
with the snow
No
recently?
salt trucks.
Atlanta had like mad snow. Like
And
this
their
past
houses
week.
probably caved in too. Because you know what? Because a lot of the houses over there, they're not putting like insulation. They're not putting a lot of the stuff. 'Cause
There's
they're
no
like,
need for that.
There's
Yeah.
no need. It don't get cold, and then it snows an inch, and then your whole roof's gone.
You seen the Atlanta snow though? It was hilarious because they never had snow before. So you see everyone try to make snowmans.
Mm-hmm.
You just see different snowmans and they all have like Glocks on them,
Yeah.
chains and stuff. I seen a snowman with a ski mask. I was crying.
So you guys all believe like this wildfire was just natural?
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't been following it like that. Of course, those stories. I mean, obviously, when I'm at work, like on lunch break, it just be on the news all the time.
I
while I'm on
definitely
lunch
don't
break.
think it's religious. Like,
Nah, I'm just.
No. He's just raising the question. He's like, "Yo, it's kind of it's
No, but
raising
I'm just
some
saying that
exclamation
if-
points."
If you want to look at it from a different lens, that tracks a lot just for what they're known for over there.
And your
nah,
biblical
yeah,
Over the
knowledge.
years,
I get
and,
that
you
part,
know?
but I don't think it actually like sticks. Although it's like a connection that could be made, I don't think it really sticks.
I
No,
definitely
it doesn't,
understand.
But like, think about it. A lot of people, they don't want religious things to stick anyway.
I mean, I guess, but that specifically just doesn't stick. Because like, even if you reference like the Bible, when he's gonna come to burn, he's gonna come to burn it all. So I don't think he's at the point of sending little messages. Like, yeah, you might send little messages, but I don't think California was one of them.
No, I mean,
If there was one place to do that, it would be there. And then apparently too, if you want to just go a little bit more deep into conspiracy, at the what was the award show recently? The Golden Globes. You know how they usually have like a host, where
Yeah.
there's like a comedian or something
Yeah.
hosting the show. I think her name's like Nikki Glazer or something like that.
doesn't
she's a-
ring a bell, but yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, a
woman,
host. They have
comedian.
a host.
Yeah. And she was making some kind of joke, and then they kind of like mocked God, like on live TV on the show, and then like a couple days after that whole portion of California is just up in
yo, I'm
flames.
not gonna lie. Yo, the storyline you go here is kind of. It is very tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
It is very
I'm not
tinfoil
saying
hat.
believe it, but
Is it just
if you want to look
some
at
red
it that way.
flags?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just gotta say one thing though, because you could say it's a Bible. This it could be leadership. This that. At the end of the day, we gotta know that 10 years ago they already were modifying the weather.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it could
So,
be more
like,
than 10 years.
Oh,
Really.
dude.
I'm saying,
Probably
like,
longer.
so it's
I think it's
possible,
more than 10 years. You'd have to be naive to not think like all these things are not.
but it's
What do you-
possible though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always possible because if you look at the current world you're at, the government's technology is probably 10 years in the future already. So they're already there. They're already doing that
yeah.
shit.
Might be more than-
Arguably more than 10
Yeah,
years.
I think it'd be more.
Like if you think that if you take it back to like AI, I'm pretty sure there was AI more advanced or as advanced now
we've-
10 years ago.
we've been
but they
advanced.
just it's a government project.
We've been advanced. They just won't tell you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Except
what,
until they
That's
can find a way
like
to
everything.
everything, you know, the birth of the internet, the birth of everything first
Yeah, they
started.
had
So,
it-
like
yeah,
it's
they
a
had it
military
planned out.
thing.
It goes from like government to university institution, then
Yeah.
somewhere down the line, civilians.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like they're letting out this information like just like little by little.
Slowly.
Every few years,
They're
yeah,
prepping us.
every few years, we'll give you this internet.com. Keep going. And AI. They've been at this plan.
I mean, it's not planned. It's just that's the edge of development starts at the institution level and the government level, and then eventually becomes civilian technology once they've adapted to something else. You know, you want to be you always have to be on the cutting edge for your government, for your university,
To be on
doing
top.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're always designing something new. When something's freshly designed, it's expensive. It has a huge cost for R&D and all this other stuff that your average civilian, even if they could afford it, like, is probably not going to afford it.
Yeah,
But it becomes more cheaper over time once new things are developed and they're focused on that. And then that technology already becomes more developed and has a more widespread. Then they're like, all
No,
right,
absolutely. I had to take my tinfoil hat off. I gotta take my conspiracy hat off.
yeah, do it up.
At the end of the day, it's okay to have these conversations. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah.
'Cause anything
100%.
can be possible. We can't be naive with
Yeah,
certain
you can't.
things.
Yeah, you can't be naive. What do you
You
guys
know?
feel about the? You know, in New York now they have like that congestion pricing.
Oh,
now
the
as far as, like,
congestion
tolls.
tax?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, I see that shit. That shit is well.
it's as
I
if they're
think
trying
the-
to just push the middle and poor class out. pretty
Yeah,
much, you know?
yeah, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure London they did something similar and it didn't work at all. So I mean, it's just a way for the government to increase their pockets and keep the upper class, corded off, and the middle class and lower just separate a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's always been like that in terms of class.
You don't think it would work in New York though? Because I feel like the upper class in New York would actually love it because there'd be less traffic. For
No,
them,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
but I mean, but if you think about it, right? If you're in Manhattan where it's instituted and you live there, everything that you need is like around there. You're not moving. You don't have a car. There's no need to have a car. Everything's around
Yeah,
there.
there's no need to
You're
have a
only
car,
going
yeah.
in if you're having either service or if you're someone who's visiting or something like that. And the big like red flag is like. It's pushing people more to use like that public transportation, but New York's public transportation is ass, absolutely ass. There's even a story about some dude who burned a lady inside the freaking was it?
The train?
Yeah, which was pretty tragic.
And like the cop walked by, just did
No,
nothing.
I didn't know all that. I just know that a dude like burned her and watched her, or whatever. and-
Yeah, he just left.
which is crazy. But that tax will probably like hurt businesses and middle and lower.
Yeah, I
people
feel bad
more.
for the people that live in Jersey and they got to
and who
cross
have
the bridge every day.
people who have to commute,
Ugh,
stuff like
come
that.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really only. It's not going to hurt the people who can afford to live there, but
Yeah.
it'll hurt everybody who wants to visit. I don't know if it's going to affect like the allure of Manhattan for people to go and visit, but it's definitely something to like watch. Yeah, it's very
Would you even
interesting.
would you still consider New York or Manhattan specifically like a place where people want to visit?
Yeah.
Like, do
Yeah.
you still think New York is like?
It's an
I got
it's
it.
an
New
it's an
York?
icon.
tourism?
It's
Yeah,
it's an icon. It's an icon.
It is.
It's like one of those things. It's very
Yeah.
Americana.
It's like
Yeah, true.
if people come to this country, they'll know what New York is right before they know where Washington D.C. or the White House is.
Yeah,
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Like New York.
New York's like the first place I
New
got
York,
on.
New York, New York.
Just so much history, so much movies
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
there. like,
movies, shows.
Culture.
the fashion
pictures,
industry is
culture, yeah.
huge down there still. Like, hey,
I mean, Wall Street. The money's here.
I just
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
believe they
it's a lot of money.
celebrated that congestion pricing thing. Like they had a sign, they put the sign down, was like, hooray, this, that. It's like, it just distracted from the poor at the end of the day. Instead of
Oh,
making it easier for us to commute and stuff, they're just going to make it harder for us. So you got to have to work harder, pay more stuff to get around and stuff. Hey, it's a good idea, but they're just going to be pushing
Yeah, I
us
was gonna say
away.
like the other routes to get into that area are gonna be congested too. Then.
Yeah, it's literally just
Yep.
not going to help. It's going to help that specific area,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just going to spread to the areas around it. And now those people are affected, but they don't care because those are not wealthy people who live
Kind
there.
of like even out here when the bridge got knocked down, everything else got congested because now all the traffic diverted.
Yeah,
to other
literally.
methods, so
Yo,
The
even-
EP bridge, right?
yeah,
Even with that bridge up, there's still traffic. So I don't want to hear that shit. There's still traffic.
Yeah.
even
no,
with
but
that
now
bridge up.
there's more traffic like on the outskirts.
Yeah, on certain,
yeah.
yeah, dude, on certain times too. Like, even when you think you're like, oh yeah, I know this little back way from Pawtucket to East Providence, like it'll be cool. Like no one's gonna be there, and you get there, and everyone had the same idea as you. Like all those back streets are congested.
Crazy times we live in.
They're not gonna finish that bridge.
No,
They're gonna stretch out that
I
project.
think we talked about that last podcast.
Oh really?
You did,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
They're still trying to find a contract to take over.
A lot of them
And
I heard are scared to take it over though.
There's not
well,
enough
it's
money.
because the tight deadlines.
Yeah, it is tight.
You know, they're
There's a
like,
lot of money
yeah,
at stake, too.
you know, we'll give you the contract, but finish it next year. Or
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like 2 years, 2 years like, to
something
build the whole bridge. Is crazy.
Unrealistic
Yeah.
thing.
When you see union workers, I shout out to them. They're out there working, but they are some of them just sitting around, just making their money, stretching the days out. Hey, where do you think our
Holding
money,
that
our
stop
tax money-
sign, that yield sign.
where
They
our
get-
tax
those
money
dudes get
going to?
paid.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? The slower they go, the more it's gonna cost for us to build that bridge. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
that's why I said that's why they don't care about these immigrants jumping the fence, because they're gonna hire them and they're gonna work their asses off at the end of the day for cheap. So
Oh, that
I mean,
fence-
that's how this country was
that
built.
fence is
yeah,
closing.
yeah. Huh?
Once Big T gets in here,
Hopefully it's closing. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be closing, but
once Big T gets
they'll
in,
get people in here somehow.
Big T's gonna put an end to that. There's no,
You seen that post he just put up?
which one?
He just put a funny AI voiceover post because he went viral because he sat next to Obama.
Yeah, and it was like
And-
giggling.
Thing was in front of him. He was giggling, so he put a voice over it and posted on his story roasting Kamala Harris. This is crazy.
Yeah, you guys hear about Zuckerberg 2.0?
Oh man.
So Mark Zuckerberg.
His transformation is crazy, by the way. Mark
yeah,
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where 2.0
Going
is coming
from like alien looking guy to like a guy who was
He's like
like
in shape,
Mrs.
long
Theater
hair.
Girl,
yeah, now he's in shape, long hair. I think he's leaning more Republican nowadays than he was earlier on in his career.
Yeah, he like wakeboards at a lake or something
Yeah,
crazy.
his
Yeah.
transformation is crazy.
Yeah.
So I think 2.0 was the Mr. Steel Girl, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, big build.
Yeah. Bill like line up or whatever, like shades, and then now like 2.0 is, I guess now he's doing he's changing like Facebook around, so he's cutting back like DEI,
Oh,
which is
oh,
like
Censorship and stuff like that.
Oh, diversity and inclusion and stuff. Oh,
Equity and
yeah,
inclusion,
it's
yeah.
gone. Like before
Yeah.
you know, even all of our jobs, that thing is gone.
I'll say all of our jobs. You talking about?
Like you know, DEI, like within your at least in my at
DEI
least-
programs.
Yeah, because we're big on that, but I feel like they're big on that by force. Once that's gone,
Yeah. So he's
I'm
rolling
start telling
back
them I'm white.
on that. So I think
Hey yo, God has blessed you, man. God has blessed you. You can pass.
I got a happy medium right
You
now.
can, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm Italian.
Everybody,
I'm not looking.
it's gonna
like
be it's gonna be an interesting time. He's also removing third party fact checkers on Facebook.
Yeah,
So we're gonna see Facebook become a lot more open.
a lot more like Twitter.
Yeah, hopefully not too much like Twitter. I love what Elon's done with Twitter,
I hate what he's
But-
done with Twitter. Honestly,
but
it's like the Wild West.
the world needs a little bit of censorship.
No,
Little bit.
I mean,
online.
yeah,
a little
Why?
a little bit.
bit. Not no censorship completely. Like I don't believe in full
What's
censorship.
a little
Bro,
censorship?
yeah,
X-
what
but,
is,
like,
yeah, what does that
there,
mean?
there
X
needs to
has
be a
zero.
medium.
What's a little censorship?
You know,
Bro, I don't want to see people getting killed.
yeah.
On our
100%.
phone.
Yeah, like you don't need to be seeing murder. You don't need to be seeing porn.
Yeah.
You don't need to be seeing like you know what I'm saying? Like
So murder and porn is probably the two main ones.
yeah. But like
Yeah,
free
like,
speech
come
is
on.
okay.
Yeah,
but
of
like
course.
some
Nah,
of these social medias are getting to a point where it's just
Yeah, come on.
Nah,
They're like brainwashing
ridiculous.
you.
Because you know
Nah, I
when you
think-
let anybody on a platform, you're gonna get some crazy people
Yeah.
doing some crazy stuff for no reason. or
My
posting some
my
crazy
issue with Twitter is just the amount of bots and how it's
Oh,
like
it's crazy.
fucking crazy. Like I feel like 40% of the audience is just bots interacting with bots.
Yeah, but it's hard because when you put mass censorship, yeah, I might get a lot of those bots, but then like who's adjusting the censorship? That was the problem in the first place. It wasn't that it was censored; is that people were censoring it to cater towards their opinion of what they believe should be censored and not.
He really only bought it just because he can.
100%.
Well, he
That's a
he-
flex. Yeah,
He
yeah.
just
Shout out
wanted to
to-
show
shout out
people
to
like,
Elon for
yo,
that, yeah.
like I can. He, mind you, he's making no money off.
and he
this.
didn't even want to. He
He
didn't even want to.
overpaid for
at a
it, but he
point.
don't care.
At a certain
Nah.
point, he didn't.
Money's
he
not
didn't
a
want to.
motive for
He
him.
bought it
by
for
the
a
way.
reason.
Once you
yeah.
pass a certain amount of money, there's really no losing money.
I thought
'cause
that he-
with those losses, he's just gonna
No, he
he's
don't
gonna
care
offset it.
about money anyway.
Yeah.
He's a villain,
He didn't get it for the money. He got it
bro.
for the influence.
He's literally a super villain.
Yeah, I mean, I think at a certain.
Doofenshmirtz,
I-
Evil
Bro,
Incorporated.
You know his what's the is it Starlink? I think it's Starlink. You know they own like 70% of the satellites in
Yeah.
orbit.
yeah,
You gonna tell me he's not an evil villain in the making?
Well, I'm just glad he's on Team US.
Oh yeah.
So-
I mean, he's not an American, but
I
he
don't
could-
think he's Team U. I think he's Team the world.
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
think
no,
it's
he's
US.
team
He's-
him. Whatever
He's Team
benefits
him in the world.
Dude, he
Trust
got a
me.
freaking. They made up a position for him in the U.S. government. He's
yeah. That
he's
is
from
that,
South
that is-
Africa.
that is a little wild. But I mean, I think he did that purposefully. Like, got really cozy with Trump
No, of
because he
course,
was
no.
like, "How else am I gonna get
No,
funding for
business-wise, it makes
Starlink
perfect
and,
sense.
and
Like, he-
SpaceX?"
Perfect. Business-wise, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Line yourself with the.
Yeah, but he's definitely making supervillain moves.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
I
making
control
supervillain moves.
space.
I control culture.
I
with Twitter.
control.
I wouldn't say Twitter's the culture.
No,
Nah.
not
That-
I don't. When I say culture, I don't mean that Twitter is like all the culture, but it can influence people's perception
Yeah,
of the world.
he owns space. He owns influence technically. 'cause
Yeah, that's what
Twitter
I'm, that's
kinda
what I mean.
swung the whole. I don't want to say the whole, but he swung a good portion of the election for the results that came out of it.
2 times.
Yeah. Tesla is what it is. It's a tech company on the road. Like, it's just driving computers. Like, come on.
Shout out to Elon. I like, for me, it's like whether you do good or bad or whatever you do, like the fact that you did it successfully, no matter if you're Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, or whoever, like, shout out to the hustle. For me, shout out to the hustle. It's crazy. What he does with it, I might not always agree with it, or I might, be whatever.
But you're
Like,
still gonna respect it.
I'm gonna respect the hustle. Like, I don't mess with Twitter right now because it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is crazy.
Yeah, like
I damn near wanna
I'm
delete it.
for free speech. I'm for free speech, blah blah. But like, you got to think about it like this, right? We're adults, so we're just like haha, free speech, blah blah. But what about like kids and all the other stuff
No, of course.
that are on these platforms more than us?
So you need censorship. A little
That's
bit.
why you need a little bit of censorship. That's why I said like, come on, like murdering,
Porn.
nudity. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
would desensitize.
At the end of the day, these social media, all that, you gotta be 18 plus to even have one. The problem is they don't check if you're 18 or not.
Yeah.
nah, isn't
So-
Facebook
Yeah,
like
but think
13
about it.
plus?
No, but if they had like a verification process, I feel like that would cut down on a lot of
Yeah,
the,
but we was
the younger
making
Yeah.
guys
Facebooks
joining.
and
I'm
MySpaces.
saying.
Putting
Yeah,
fake,
but there was no
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
there
There's
was no
no
verification.
regulation.
There was no verification at the time. Same thing with YouTube. You have to be like 13 to join. I'm pretty sure there are people who are way younger joining.
There's no regulations. That's the thing. So they want people to be on there. So if you're 12, 11, they don't care. They want you on there because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna push down.
They're gonna
what-
push their narrative.
the narrative, but
But-
to advertise
yeah.
everything. You know what I mean?
But in like at the end of the day, like there's only so much that you can control. I get it, but like when you start pushing like the extra violent stuff, blah blah, blah to
Yeah.
these kids, that's when it's just like, all right, like we need some censorship. Something's got to be done here. Because it even goes like the whole TikTok thing. Like people are saying, oh, the reason why they want to ban it is because it was really a weapon the whole time to like destroy a generation of children and all this other stuff. And
They're not banning it because of that. They mainly ban it because they took all of our information. They're just grabbing all information in the U.S. But they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like
You talking about TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok. I mean,
Yeah.
they
I feel
came
like
in.
there's too much money at hand for them to really go through with that, though. Like they're gonna
There-
squeeze
no,
that
if-
guy to sell it to someone
Yeah,
from the
I hope
U.S.
Well,
Mr.
it's-
Wonderful buys it.
I'm pretty sure it's like a Chinese corporation. I think it's ByteDance.
He's from.
I think it's ByteDance.
yeah.
It's
He's
a
from,
Chinese.
the guy that owns that thing is he's from Singapore. Yeah, he's from Singapore.
I don't know that, but I know they're
He said it in
the
court.
big
Yeah,
company.
but can you verify that?
no,
Like,
Xi Jinping owns TikTok.
Yeah,
Xi Jinping.
because the way the ruler of China.
He owns TikTok.
Yeah, because the way that
the
business
ruler of
works.
China
Yeah,
owns
the
TikTok.
way the business works is since it's a communist country, the company belongs to the state. So anything they ask for, any information like that, they give to the Chinese government. That's why I see the point the U.S. is trying to make about it's a weapon, like they're taking our information. And anyway, if TikTok goes, there'll be a replacement. because there's a market for
Bro,
that.
they're gonna squeeze them into selling. it
Yeah, I
to-
mean, I understand there'll be a replacement. I guess in the U.S. eyes, they just want it to be a replacement that they control.
Yeah. Or
Um,
at least
all
have
the
a
other
hand-
major
yeah.
social media,
or at least have a hand in.
Yeah, or something
out
that
here.
they can handle easy. I think for them, it's more like we don't want our enemy to have all this information about us.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For, as the government sees it, that's the way I see it.
100%.
And I
we
see
don't
that,
want you to have information about us, but
Yeah.
we want all of your information.
and
so
yeah,
sign up.
I get what they're trying to do with that. I get their concern for okay, yeah, the biggest app in the fucking world is our competitor, and everybody
Yeah.
has the app. I get that.
I feel like they're all doing the same thing though.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
the end of
it's
the day,
just
they all playing the game that it's free market. If you want to do the same thing, they're not going to stop you, but they will attack you. So at the end
I
of
just
the
feel
day,
like there's
it's
too much
competition.
money. Like there's way too much money at hand for them to just let it be completely, like,
Nah.
off the market.
what you're speaking about
US?
the U.S. government, or you're speaking about like the TikTok
In general, like there's too much money at hand.
The
So-
U.S.
so from
the
bro-
U.S.
from both
does
parties.
not care.
Yeah,
Think about it. There
there's
was
a lot of money at hand.
there was the whole
because everyone's
Hawaii.
eating. Everyone
Remember
eats off
Hawaii
it.
got banned or
Huawei.
whatever? Huawei.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
What do you mean banned?
they might not be banned anymore.
they have the same. So Huawei is also a Chinese company, so they have the same like. The company belongs to the state, so any information you put in that phone goes to the state of
Yeah.
China. Apparently, the U.S. was like, no, we can't have that, so they banned Huawei phones.
all the products.
Yeah, you know how you were saying apps and stuff? iPhone's already doing it. The Apple, they've been trying to get information from us.
Everybody,
No, yeah,
does.
no. But this is the point we're making. Like, the U.S. is perfectly fine with being the one collecting the information.
But they don't want no one
They
else
don't want
doing
other
it.
people collecting
Yeah.
our information. This is the first time in history, essentially, where we have the
Internal
big
internal
social
spies
media,
that everybody carries.
not even that, but like a big social media platform or something that's not owned or
By the
started
By us,
here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's sparking these conversations. Because it's like, oh, dang, this is totally cool when we was doing it, but now, now they're doing it too. I don't know. So that's what's really going on here. It's interesting times to live in, man. I always say there's
China's
no better
smart,
time to be alive.
Yeah. I'm not
Things
gonna
that
lie
pop
about
off every
that.
day.
Technology's getting better every day. Things are
The
getting
AI is
easier.
advancing, so it's just like crazy with the
At
next
this
10
point,
years.
you're
gonna
just
look like.
waiting to see like what's next. We're only a few weeks into
Yeah,
2025.
But I feel like every year, the first couple weeks, always been some crazy stuff happening.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, this crazy stuff happening the entire year. We just only remember or like
Day one. What happened in day one?
Oh yeah,
of
with the
year?
guy that like drove the truck into a crowd of people, and then the Tesla
Day
truck
one
that just
of the year.
exploded.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy put rockets in there. It didn't just
In
explode
what?
on itself. The freaking
We don't know if he put it or or somebody else put it. We don't even
the
know. that
fireworks
yet,
or
sir.
whatever.
That's the problem here. How is Tesla so advanced? They filmed the road. It's autopilot, this, that, but you can't film the person in the car. You can't show us that video. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
they definitely have that.
They don't want to.
Oh, they want to release it.
They don't want to release it. It's gone.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
Apparently it was
forgotten.
like a-
It's forgotten now.
Like a special forces guy from here that had rented it and did the whole.
No, they were
thing.
from the same squadron. They're both from the military.
They're
Oh,
both
it's two guys? That was
Yeah, it's
one.
both Green
No,
Berets.
two
that-
different guys, but they're from the same squadron in the army.
That's interesting.
Different timing, but same type of people.
Mhm.
It's just crazy to me. When you look at the person, though, he doesn't look American. That's the problem here. So whatever they're pushing to the media, like to the news, oh, this person here's from this person there.
Who does look American?
How do we know if they are though? That's the problem here.
Yeah. Melting pot.
He don't look
Yeah.
white. He don't look-
No,
but
he looked
Pakistani.
from-
Are you talking about the Pakistani?
somewhere
dude?
from Afghanistan or something. He didn't look like he was from here. Problem is,
No,
there's
no.
no
I think
history.
they confirmed he was Pakistani. I think one of those guys.
How ironic though, it was like a Cybertruck in front of the Trump.
I think that was
building.
the point of it. It was to like spark a message or like send a
Well,
message.
someone's
about-
upset with them.
Yeah,
Someone's upset with them. Oh, they know something that we don't.
yeah. Someone's upset, and not sadly, we're gonna forget about it next year.
People are already
We live-
forgetting about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
We live in
Week, 2
such
weeks
a
later.
short attention span world, and things are always happening. Where it's just like
I know,
even
it's
to
crazy.
make a big message like that, it's not. Well, it's not even a big message because like next.
Yeah.
you know.
I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about how like
I don't like that. dude.
yeah, the guy with the mustache, the guy
I
with
like
the
him. You know why? Because
He's funny
Go ahead,
though,
go ahead,
as a
go ahead.
scientist.
No, he was like, oh, like we're so desensitized. Like our brains are not meant to take that much information. We just get bombarded with information. All this shit. It would have been like news for like months, but now it's just like, oh, this happened last week. I forgot about it because something else new just came, and it's always happening. I don't agree with everything he says, but I agreed with that. I agree with that.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
That's
I mean,
definitely been like the last couple years. I feel
Yeah.
like it wasn't always like that, but recently. But it also has to do with the rise of social media and how
I feel like they did that on
easy
purpose.
access
I feel like
got.
they shrunk our attention spans
No,
strategically
they
on
didn't
purpose.
shrink. They didn't shrink it. It shrunk due to the cause of like little clips and stuff and TikTok. And
yeah.
what was the other one?
They did
Vine.
Vine, yeah.
TikTok.
Vine.
They
I
did
get
it.
people. I get the
Yeah,
appeal.
I guess they created the apps that did it, but
They
like
did.
I get the appeal for TikTok, but I personally cannot like use it because I feel like I would just eat that shit up like crack. I'm not even gonna lie. Like TikTok would be crazy bad for me.
Absolutely.
You're like I would
Don't
just
get
be
me. And
addicted
think about
to
it.
that
The
shit.
algorithms are shaped
Oh,
for
yeah,
you too.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you
they-
start
they
watching
want
and
you-
liking stuff that you like,
they want you
dude,
on
you're
there for
done.
as long as possible. Like
I've
I
seen
feel like
people-
I can't even like I don't do social media, but I feel like if I got TikTok, I'd be fucked.
I've
Like,
seen people
bad.
use
I'm not even
TikTok
joking.
instead of Google
Yeah.
for stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
normally
yeah.
how
Oh,
you
that is
Google
wild.
something,
That's
they
wild.
just go on TikTok,
That's wild.
search it,
Don't
and
get
then
me
just
wrong
find a
though.
bunch of.
It is in certain cases it's kind of useful though. If you're trying to search for certain things.
No,
TikTok
yeah, I
is
know.
pretty helpful.
And that's the kind of thing that I'm just like, damn, like, why are you doing like? And I'm like, damn, it kind of works for some
Like
stuff.
for example, like if you say, "Oh, I want to," if you go on TikTok and just put like, "Oh, restaurants in Rhode Island," for example,
and they
you'll-
give you a rundown
bro, they'll show you all these amazing places you never heard of
in a minute.
In a minute on TikTok, and you're like, "Dang."
You'll see
I
the
have all
food
these
and
options.
everything.
Yeah,
reviewed.
you'll see the food, a description, a rating,
the
all
place,
that.
all
Yeah,
that.
the place. Yeah, I mean, in that case, it's beneficial, but it is crazy though. Like now they're resorting to that instead of
Bro,
Google.
I got my parents using TikTok. I called my dad using TikTok. This shit was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, yo, they got you too. I was like,
Nah, my parents aren't on that. My mom, I doubt. My dad, he'll just be curious, maybe. and just
nah.
get
You
on
know
it,
how
but-
like your parents be like, or my parents anyway, they be on their phone mad loud. I just hear TikTok, them scrolling through the whole thing. It's all the music
Dead
comes
loud.
on.
They
Yeah,
don't care.
They don't
Dead
give.
loud.
They don't give it. Yo.
My mom's on Facebook now. It's man.
Oh, she
Yeah.
just got on
Yeah.
Facebook.
No, she's always been on
Nah,
Facebook, but
yeah,
it's just
they've
Oh,
always been on
Facebook.
Facebook,
So
though.
Nah, dude, Facebook will never go away
never.
For CV.
because of yes, not even just CV, but just the older people in general. Until they're like their time has passed, then
That's
maybe at
never
that,
gonna pass, bro.
Never.
Never gonna pass. Cause
if they're not here to use it.
No, you. Oh, I
No.
thought you like. I thought Nick. I didn't mean. I didn't think you meant. Oh,
I
like,
didn't think you
they
meant like that,
died.
too,
I
but-
thought they just meant the
No,
time.
no. When they're gone, I'm like literally gone.
Okay.
I think at that
you got to
point-
clarify. Okay,
What's the name of their generation? It's not baby boomers, right?
No.
that's like 60-year-olds. I think they're the baby boomers.
Boomers. They call them
Is it boomers? I thought it was baby boomers.
Our
Well,
parents
that's
have
why
boomers.
that's why they call them boomers, because baby boomers. But yeah, boomers.
Yeah, because my parents.
I think that's
are
like 60 to 50 to 60
Yeah,
around
because
there.
my parents are like early 60s, so I guess
Yeah,
it'd be considered.
Mine too. Yeah. So they are boomers.
Yeah, they are the main Facebook
Audience.
users. Yeah, audience. It's kind of interesting to me though that that's the one that they
Do
stuck
kids
with.
even use Facebook anymore?
Uh,
Like, I feel like
Define
that. I
kids.
haven't met.
nah,
Okay, let's-
kids use YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
dude,
they're on
They
TikTok.
got them.
Yeah.
The same way they got us
got a
too. When YouTube
chokehold.
came
Got
out,
a, got
it
a
was like, yo,
chokehold.
YouTube, they got them.
Yeah, they
Yo,
got them.
That
They
reminds
got
me of
them
like,
good.
damn, what was that?
Especially once
What's
YouTube put reels. In,
Yeah,
Yeah.
God, they got
Got
'em.
it.
It's
Oh
over.
yeah. Oh yeah. But
Sound
shout
forward,
out,
got 'em.
shout out to YouTube for capitalizing on that market, because they didn't have shorts, and then they saw TikTok. They were like, "Yo, we got to get on this."
Everybody capitalized on that market. Because then
clips market, you say?
Facebook brought it to Instagram. Then they brought it to Facebook. Snapchat started doing it. So everybody, there's no platform you could go on now.
Wait,
that
was
don't have-
Snapchat first at that though?
No,
that-
Vine was first.
Fine.
Was
Vine was like TikTok.
Are you sure?
Pretty much.
Before
Well,
TikTok.
yeah, I
Before
know that,
TikTok.
but are you sure like that short form content? You don't think that was Snapchat first?
No.
What year was it?
Instagram.
I think
Instagram.
Vine was before Snap. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
No, Snapchat, even TikTok started doing it before Snapchat adopted it. Snapchat started adopting it because their platform was actually about to die. And that
Who?
kind of Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
They,
think
they
I
were,
remember
I
Came
don't
out
know.
what?
they were
20,
fading away in the
14,
dust a little
15?
bit. So they started.
You know why they have never faded away? Because they have the most original filters out there.
Yeah,
There's
people
no
people
other
still use them.
companies
People
that-
still use them.
Yeah, it's just the filters that keeping people
Like,
in there. I don't know what
there's
it
core
is.
filters too that you like us. You cannot.
you
won't
just
forget.
think you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
think
Like
of
the
Snapchat.
dog one,
Yeah.
the little flower one from like 2016.
And no other platform have that. And they actually put that in there after Snapchat.
And also, I heard they pay the most too to like
They do pay
like
the most.
influencers and stuff. They
Yeah.
pay like
I believe
bread.
it.
That's why if you go on certain like celebrities or influencers and they have like long
Yeah, yeah.
like stories even of just complete nothing, but they just have to post a certain
it'd be
amount of
their whole
stories.
day.
Yeah, whole day. Wake up till that sucks, but wake up till they go to sleep.
Hey,
Just-
they're getting paid for their time. It don't suck that bad.
yeah, but they got. I
Yeah.
think they got to do like a certain amount of stories per day for them to get paid.
They just film all day.
Yeah,
Just film all
dude,
day.
they'll be taking a. They'll be in the bathroom, bro. They just clipping it,
Mhm.
washing their hands, clipping it, eating everything.
People really like they enjoy the content creator life, but I don't think people really understand like how much work goes into the content creator
Nah,
life.
It's
That's,
definitely
that's a lot of work
It's definitely a different lifestyle. You got to not care about what you do every day.
not much privacy.
because most
know
of
what I
it's
mean?
gonna be uploaded.
Just
You know what I'm
upload
saying?
it.
Like,
Who cares what
you have
Me?
a digital life now. Like
Yeah,
that's,
digital life.
and influence, but it's not. I mean, you don't get much privacy.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't like where people know where I'm at 24/7.
No.
That shit gets annoying sometimes. Yo, I'm about to come. Oh, I just seen you. I'm outside. It's like, oh, what's up, bro?
Elton has no privacy. Yeah, I'm at the door. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a lot of work creating content. Like especially like I just started doing that learning how to edit and all that shit. It's so like and then brainstorming ideas is really difficult. And then executing and recording the content. It's a lot of like stuff that people don't think about.
planning,
Yeah.
preparing.
Yeah.
You know, the shooting part's easy,
You gotta have
You
the
know,
vision. You
but
need
it's
vision.
like
But
everything
then eventually, like,
before and after.
If you get
just
big
the
enough, they
post.
just start paying people to edit for them.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, but you still-
how long does it take to get big enough? You
That's
know
why
what
it's
I'm
funny
saying?
to me, like when big streamers or content creators, they're like, "Oh man, it's harder working a 9 to 5 than creating content and doing all that." I was like, "Yeah, well, you're speaking from privilege because now you just pay people." To do all
Wait,
this
say
for
it
you."
again. Say it again.
Like when I hear certain streamers or like content creators say, like, "Oh, it's harder. Working a 9 to 5 is harder than doing what I'm doing now."
That's Kai. Kai said that.
Yeah, he
Kai
said
said
that. I've heard.
Or are you saying vice versa? Or
No, they say like they think it's harder to work a 9 to 5
Than
than
be a
do what
streamer.
you
Yeah,
do.
I mean, once you get to a certain extent, you
But
could
that's
pay
what I'm
editors.
saying. Once
draw,
you
so
get
it's-
to
yeah.
this being
Yeah.
on a place of privilege because they're just paying people to do the behind the scenes work for them.
And
so all they have to do is show up.
The other problem
Yeah,
too is
yeah.
like, especially
But
right now.
I think the way he's talking or where he's coming from is like he's realizing like what he had to do at the beginning because at the beginning it's a fucking investment and a half.
Oh yeah. it's-
Well,
it's more
no,
than
you got to
that.
remember too in Kai's situation or the streaming situation, a lot of it's literally just live content, streaming them sitting in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So like it for the editing and stuff is obviously not as much, and a lot of the clips and stuff are made by the fans initially.
Yeah.
But the problem now is how saturated the market is. You know, a lot of those guys got in like on the earlier stages,
Yeah.
and then once people started popping off, now everybody's hopping
Doing the
on.
same thing.
Exactly, it's like the music industry. You know,
Yeah.
everyone wants to be a rapper, blah blah blah, and it seems
Now
all
everybody
cool,
wants to be streamers
Everyone wants to be streamers. Yeah,
because they got motion.
then there's a period of time where everyone want to be gamers. Everyone want to be, you know what I'm saying? A couple people pop off in a new thing. Everyone goes to do it, and the whole
then it
thing gets
becomes hard to
saturated.
be original
Yeah,
because like it's
exactly.
all the same stuff. Unless you find you do something a little bit different or you find like a niche audience for yourself.
I mean, there's a million people for anything. That's what I say all the time. Like people are like, oh, what should I do? I'm like, just do whatever you're gonna do. There's a million people that are gonna rock with it.
As long as you enjoy what you're doing, it's gonna be easier. You know what I mean, to deal with it. You got Kai Cenat, he's saying that stuff because he never had a 9 to 5. Basically, he started
Yeah,
at
like,
You said that
the-
young
I
in
think-
high school or something.
I think Speed, he said the exact opposite about that. He's like, yo, I worked a 9 to 5 at an old folks home. That shit was draining. I didn't like it. Like streaming, I could just be myself and I enjoy it. And it's like, I'm not working anymore. So I guess there's like two sides to it that you can look at. I mean, with everything, there's two sides, but you know, it's for someone at that big, who's like at the top, like Speed, like Kai, there still can be like differences in the way they view it. But
Streaming, I definitely say, is the way to go. I mean, there's a bunch of different realms of content creation, right?
yeah,
You know, there's people that make like tech videos or whatever, which those are more intuitive because you got to pre-record content, plan it, blah blah. Streaming's not really much
knowledge,
planning.
planning, you gotta
Exactly.
I think there's gonna be another streaming like there's gonna be a lot of new popular faces that become created once they finally drop GTA 6.
Oh hell yeah!
Because the amount of
GTA 6 is gonna make a lot of people's careers.
yeah, a lot of
like
people are
in-
gonna
like
get rich.
GTA 5
Because the
did.
amount of things you're gonna be able to do and the content you're gonna be able to create is damn near endless.
Yeah,
I mean, they milked GTA 5 for all these years.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
Before
going on
streaming and
14
then onto
years, 15
streaming.
years.
Now imagine when this new game comes out.
yeah,
There's gonna be people playing it that never played GTA. Period.
yeah. My fault, man. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no,
by
you're
the way,
good. You're
earlier.
good. No, you're fine. I don't remember you cutting me off.
Yeah, I did.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah.
GTA 6 is gonna be crazy.
So, someone told me it was like, yo, what if they updated the GTA 6 map with the Cali fire?
The Cali Fire. It's in, bruh, it's in Florida. Why was it gonna be?
They
Oh, the
said that-
GTA 5 map with the Cali
GTA
Fire.
6, no?
Oh no, GTA
Is it
6
in
is in
Florida?
Florida. Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't.
Yes, sir.
What?
GTA 6. It's in Florida.
Yeah, it's Miami, right? They kind of like
Yeah.
redoing
Yeah.
Vice City or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Vice City
Well, I don't- yeah,
specifically,
not-
but yeah, it did look
But it's
very
pretty much
Florida,
Miami.
like donks, wicks, stuff like that.
They're prostitutes.
That's every GTA. I don't know what he's like. I don't know what he's
Didn't
talking
they say
Yeah, but they
they're gonna-
upgraded them now.
about. Upgrade.
What was it PS5? They said they're gonna add a new mode that makes you smell the game. PS5.
I don't think they're ever gonna do that.
Nah.
Smell-o-vision?
Yeah, that's
Smell-o-vision,
true.
yeah.
Here's the
That's
problem with smell-o-vision, bro.
that strip club was stink.
That's gonna.
Okay.
Wait, here's the problem with smell-o-vision though. Like, how are you gonna design that? It's gonna have some kind of refillable packet thing. You're probably gonna have to buy. Someone is gonna do some subscription service.
So it could be like a printer. So you gotta buy the cartridges.
You gotta buy the
Yeah, cartridges. Yeah.
smell the game. Like,
Are you guys surprised that this is a little off topic. Are you guys surprised that GTA 5 lasted this long? This long?
What do
though?
you mean? It's still being updated every day and
yeah,
online.
they're doing the same
modding.
thing Fortnite does.
Yeah, but the updates
That's
are
like saying, are you surprised Fortnite lasted
the
so long?
updates are shit for GTA. Like the game is like just
Like the current
go
updates
here,
or like
go
No,
to the
the
north,
mods.
go back.
remember the
Oh,
first
no.
updates though? Like once they started letting you sell weed and
Yeah,
open
I
trap
mean-
houses and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, most games like it's like that where the main company, like if especially if it's like a game with like a long lifespan, the company will do like shit updates, but the fans they will love the hell out of that game and they'll really
Yeah.
bring what people
I remember
want.
that first heist. That's what started all of that.
Oh yeah,
Once
oh,
they
yeah.
were introduced to that first heist,
Yeah.
now they made a 10-year run of the
Yeah.
same game.
But I think
Yeah.
I think they didn't think that it would pop off like that. Like GTA Online would pop off like that. And then once it did, it's like, yo, we gotta start milking this bitch as much as we
Yo,
can.
they
Yeah, yeah.
people live their real lives on GTA
Yeah.
5 all these
Oh
years.
yeah, for sure.
Unemployed in real life, and then in GTA they was billionaires.
What I heard that they have like I don't know they run businesses through there like people
on GTA.
will
Yeah.
run their business through GTA just because it's so more private than most places.
And then like the RP.
the RP and
RP
all that
worlds and
crap.
stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. But
That
like
is
they'll-
kind of clever. though.
they make business like transactions and business just information through those lobbies and those lobbies are always private and stuff. You know that.
That is the craziest thing.
That's
I've ever
another
heard, man.
thing to look into. I mean, people they're doing it right now. You know what I mean? Like war and stuff.
There's people making bread.
All
off
right, is
of
this like
RP,
that
though.
time that freaking the government caught people on the PlayStation chats?
And,
Russia, right?
and there was
Whatever it
there
was.
was a thing in Minecraft, right, where people in I forgot which country, I think it was China, where they had like a library of information and journalists would like write articles and books, and then they would people from that country would like write those articles, and then journalists would go and read the articles and relay the information to the world, and then they cut that off completely. So it's interesting that video games have such a like a cultural like reach like that, or where they can like affect the events and allow people to like get information like that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I heard
I
they
didn't
were
know that
running
about
airport in Russia somewhere while they're doing the Ukraine war. Someone like went into the groups and figured out the whole system through the game. So how they figured out where the bomb or where they keep their stuff. It was all in the game with them. They just had to like play the game to figure out the whole system of the layout.
Because the
Oh,
airport
so
was
GTA?
the same.
Not GTA. It was,
Oh.
I don't know. It was some type of game, but once the
they
person went in
matched the
there,
layout of the airport.
yes, they matched the whole layout through the game. That's it.
Roblox.
Nah, I think it was like some weird game that they
Yeah,
only
but kind of
play.
like in GTA, how some parts of GTA is actually like
Actually, yeah,
California.
like the Michael house in the
Yeah.
hills burnt down, like in real life though.
yeah,
stats.
right now in real- yeah,
These
right
stats,
now in
though.
real life.
Yo, can you believe this guy? One time, this is like peak GTA 5. I think I was like sleeping, and he went on my account and spent all my money.
Did I do that?
You
did.
evil.
Yo,
Yo,
I
you're
woke
evil.
up.
You're
I
evil.
was filthy rich in GTA. I woke
Okay,
up,
but how rich is filthy rich? In 2013, like was it 2013?
I don't. It was a lot of zeros on my account on GTA. Like
Mhm.
there was a lot of zeros in that top right corner.
Just cars, garages.
Man, I woke up. I was unemployed.
Hey, Josh, did you a favor?
Dude,
Bought
I
you some
was-
stuff.
Oh my god.
You gotta admire the hustle though.
Nah, he did the
He's a
hustle.
crook. He's a crook.
Wait, am I a crook? It's still your account, your character, and your stuff.
Bro, you.
I
went
just spent
on-
your money.
You no.
Yo, nah, he just
You
converted your
still got
money
the
into
stuff.
assets.
Yeah, exactly.
Assets.
Or liabilities.
I was homeless.
This guy killed his dreams.
I was homeless,
He
unemployed.
couldn't
How
pay your
was you
mechanic.
homeless?
Nah, he couldn't pay his
Yeah,
mechanic.
that-
Lost
yeah,
his
that's
house.
crazy.
I lost
Can't
my
even-
cars, everything.
So I sold everything.
Bro, I don't know what. No, you spent.
How'd you lose
I
your
don't
cars?
know.
If I spent your money, how'd you lose your
I
cars?
don't know what you bought. I just remember looking up and it was on zero.
Okay, but you have the stuff I bought. I don't even remember this happening.
You could
So
have been at the corner store buying all the freaking cigarettes and chips.
Piss buster. All that.
you still got cigarettes and chips.
Probably transferred all that money to his account.
Dude, this is just crazy, bro. And that was,
Had to be PS3.
I think that
days.
was, yeah, because that was like pre-glitch. Because at one point,
No, you horrible, man. Yeah, you evil.
Yeah,
Pre
I'm
the
just-
PS3
Hey,
days. Yo,
yeah,
you know,
it was disgusting.
yo, you know how long it took to gain money back in those
Oh
days.
man, yeah. And then I discovered the like the duplication glitch, so I just kept duplicating the same.
They ever get
expensive
you for
card.
that? They ever ban you for that?
No,
Oh, okay, good for
but
you.
I did it a
Yeah,
ton
but
of times.
this is also like after the game's already 5-6 years old, probably.
No, we was
Doesn't
like,
matter.
Actually, no, because it came out in 2013.
we was like I was playing GTA. We was like freshman, sophomore in high school, so I was like 2014, 15,
Yeah.
around there, around that time.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I graduated 16, so yeah, that would be right.
yeah. So and I was doing them glitch that glitch specifically.
The Bugatti glitch. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you just kept duplicating it, selling it,
the
selling it.
adder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Then
that
eventually they
once.
started patching it and banning it and stuff.
Obviously, because they wanted to sell shark cards, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Good times, man.
Oh, good time.
But anyway, speaking of games, the Nvidia announcement.
There's an announcement for Nvidia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't see the.
They had like a tech conference.
Yeah,
recently.
they had their conference and they pretty much announced
Like a CES type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They pretty much announced that they pretty much said anyone that bought a 4090 the previous year
They bought a
Tell them the price.
3070 with
Tell them the price.
because with the 4090 was like 1800 when it came out, 600 something like that.
very expensive.
Yeah. But this year, if you buy a 5070, you'll get the same exact performance as a 4090, and the 5070 will retail for $550.
Nice.
So anyone that
beautiful.
just spent close to $2,000 buying that car, you ducked
And
up.
Inflation.
this was what's it called? This was like a message straight from the company.
Yeah, no, this is the CEO.
Oh,
He said it,
but
like,
there
in the-
will still be people who buy that 57 because they fanboy Nvidia. There will still be people who buy. it.
No, that's a good. No. The 5070, the new car they're coming out with,
Yeah.
has the same performance
Yes,
as the
as the old card.
4090
Yeah,
as their
there
flagship.
will still be people who buy that. Just be
Of
like, yo,
course.
I got that.
Everyone right now, you go on Facebook or whatever marketplace, everybody's selling their 4090s right now.
With the bullshit excuse.
Yeah. Like, because they're like, yo, I paid close to $2,000 for this thing. I could sell it for $1,100, buy that for $550, performance, and get some of my money back. They're taking L's, but
That
it was
sucks.
crazy. It was
That's
crazy.
interesting. How do you think that's gonna affect the stock price? Because I got Nvidia stock.
No, I mean Nvidia is a great company to
And
buy.
their earnings call is
Yeah,
February, so that's something.
And if anything,
because it
they're-
could bring stock price up or
they're gonna have an influx of people now going to buy 5070s.
And 4090s.
No one's gonna buy 4090s. Everyone's gonna buy 5070s.
If it's the same again, there might
Same
be
performance.
I know,
a
but
quarter of the price.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People would still buy the
I think-
4090 because it's the same performance as the 50 or 5090.
But no,
What do
no.
you- oh, wait, okay,
5070,
Mhm.
same performance as the 4090.
Yeah. Okay, so the 57, 4090, they're equivalent.
The same exact performance.
Yes, exactly. So they will have people who buy the 4090.
No one's gonna buy the 4090 anymore. Why would you spend extra money for?
So wait. So the 570 is the cheap one.
Yeah, the
Okay, all
5070.
right, okay, all right.
Because the 4090 is the flagship. The 90
Yeah.
series is equivalent to what used to be the Titan.
Okay, I thought it was the opposite. All right,
No.
got you. I'm
So,
picking up what
yeah,
you're putting down.
So essentially, if you refer to like the 10
So
series.
they literally just made the what's it called, the equipment efficient, cheaper, and then boom,
yeah,
pushed
they
it.
made the mid-tier option
Yeah.
of their new series
Yep.
equivalent to the greatest thing you
Yeah,
could have
I'm-
bought
I'm
the
picking
generation
up what
before.
you're
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
In
For
terms of
close to
stock price,
2000
though, February is definitely the month you want to be mindful of. I feel like the price should go up.
I
And
mean,
be good.
they're
and
they're
trend
leading.
upward.
They're still the leading manufacturers of GPUs, and they're also leading in the AI field right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're going up regardless. It's
Yeah.
it's like a great company to buy.
Yeah.
Most ETFs.
It's still
have
relatively
NVIDIA in
cheap
there.
too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 130 something per
Yeah.
share.
So it's still technically early, I'd say, to get in.
Yeah.
Because long time, I feel like it'd be a good play.
What's funny is if you bought instead of buying a 4090 at the time of release, if you put that same amount of money and just bought Nvidia stock, the 1600 whatever set or at
1800s.
1800 whatever, if you just bought stock instead of buying the graphics card, that would be worth like $20,000.
Wow.
So yeah, it's crazy. Nvidia's definitely they're killing it. And the thing's viral now about this the CEO. Like if his LinkedIn just went viral.
Ginseng.
Yeah, because
How do you get a LinkedIn to go viral?
because his work history shows he was a dishwasher at Denny's.
Oh, that's
And
lit.
then-
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's so yo.
And then
that-
founder
that's
and
dope.
CEO of the
That's dope. That is yo. That's dope. That's
yeah.
dope.
So I just went viral recently. I remember seeing that. I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Dishwasher to big boss.
What about that Intel stock that you was looking at? Like any news about that? About the E-cores and all that?
I mean, I want to see in October when they come out with their new processors. They're supposed to like have some new AI technology in it.
In the
So-
processor.
Yeah. So essentially, you can recall any tasks you've been doing on your computer because it's gonna save locally to the computer. It's not gonna sync. They say it's not gonna sync the internet. I don't know if it will or not. But essentially, like, say you're working a whole day on your computer, and you need to recall something. The computer will have a built-in AI that will allow you to recall whatever you've been doing the whole day, like instantly.
Can you give me an example where that would be like useful?
If you're on the corporate world, like let's say if you're someone that makes a lot of SOPs,
What's an SOP?
which is like think of it as like instructions on how to do a process.
Okay, yeah.
Something
Like if you're a superior and you need to give your outline to your
like let's
people.
say, let's say you have a workflow where
Yeah.
like I go here, I click here, I do this, then I
Yep.
click next, then
Yeah.
blah blah, and it's a constant thing you do all the time, you know, and you make a document that
that outlines that.
outlines that, you know what I'm saying? Or
But why not just navigate to the document?
no, because you need to build them.
Also, it will be like okay, so
It's
you'd
like
be
coding.
like
It's
okay,
like coding.
So like if you need to recall tasks you've done, or let's say like I'm a engineer or whatever, and I'm configuring something, and I finally got something to work, but I don't remember what I did to get it to work, and now I could just ask my computer to recall my steps.
okay.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's gonna be big. So
That's
at least-
that's like editing. Like if you had a whole day editing, you gotta, you know what I mean? Then something happens, you gotta figure out what you did, you know?
I don't know how
No.
useful it's going to be for video editing, but definitely the engineering, software engineers, cybersecurity professionals, or just business development people, I think will benefit hugely from it.
So you can be like, hey, scan this code, see if there's any potential backdoors.
Well, you could do that anyways with Copilot and all the apps that exist. The only difference is with the Intel processors.
No, I'm saying you can do it like locally,
you could do it locally,
Yeah.
versus needing to connect to.
the internet, and
the internet,
potentially
yeah.
putting your information out there.
So they say.
So,
So they say.
so it's looking good for Intel.
Yeah, I think it's looking good for Intel. I think AMD is doing something similar. You know, I've been dying for Intel to do something groundbreaking for a while.
They're
They're
supposed
just
to be a
yet to do
dead
it.
company.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't really help since Apple switched to silicone and stuff too. But like, I love that Apple switched to silicone because it makes their computers cheaper, made them way more efficient.
You're talking about the M series chips,
The
M series chips.
Yeah, because they don't use Intel anymore. Before they used to use Intel.
Yeah,
So
them Xeons.
Nah, they were using the towers using
Yeah,
Xeons.
they did use Xeons.
But the laptops and the minis and stuff are using just the regular i7, i5, and then the i9 lately. But interesting times you live in.
That was all just gibberish.
That was gibberish to you.
To me.
It's alright. It's fine.
I definitely want to see Intel. I'm an Intel fanboy, so an NVIDIA fanboy as well. So I
No, not
definitely
really.
want
I don't
to
see
see my
you like
companies
that.
do good.
I don't see you like that. Honestly, I don't think you're an Nvidia and Intel fanboy. I don't see that.
Maybe not. I'm definitely an NVIDIA fanboy. Maybe not so much Intel, but all my systems have always been Intel or the Apple M.
Yeah,
series.
but I don't see it like there's a fanboy and like a quality consumer or a consumer who knows what they want. I feel like that's different.
Yeah, that's true.
That's different. Very different.
Especially in my space too. Like it's definitely what I want.
I think it's the same thing.
Really?
You're a fanboy. It is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you like the product, you enjoy the product, you want to talk about it. It's a good thing being a fanboy sometimes, you know what I mean? It makes you more inspired to do more with the company. You know,
No, I
with
feel
the
like
things
I
you
feel like a fanboy is more like regardless of what they do, you'll peddle their content or you'll peddle what they're pushing. That's a fanboy to me.
Yeah.
But to me, he's just like they have the best performance. They got quality stuff that's proven.
I'm not a fanboy then because their latest series processors they have out were like overheating and having all sorts of issues.
Talk this shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
shit.
like no, but like
but
that's the difference between like that's the difference between like a fanboy. Like he's like, nah, y'all messed up there.
Yeah,
Like,
they messed up
A
big
fanboy
time.
is gonna be like he's gonna be pushing it the whole time. It's like, yo, it's the new it can overheat, but man, when it's going, cool, ooh, man, like that's a
true,
fanboy.
Yeah, they messed up big time. But I'm hoping they're gonna fix it now with these new series are gonna come out, and I think it's gonna be dope for people that actually utilize it and can incorporate it in their like processes. So
New technology.
new technology.
New technology.
Government's had that for 10 years.
They've been practicing too.
I said more than 10.
All right, well, it was a great episode
One more.
too.
Well, we gotta talk
What you
about
got?
one more thing. Trump came in. What did he say? I'm taking over Canada, and the Gulf of Mexico is gonna be the Gulf of America.
I didn't hear about Canada, but I heard about the Gulf of America.
Yeah,
He said-
51st state.
Honestly, I don't want to
Greenland?
say it. Don't
Greenland?
make sense.
Greenland? Now he's just trying shit.
You know why though they're doing that? You know why they want Greenland?
For what's it called? Resources and national security
The resources, yeah,
Yeah.
over there. And the funny part,
I heard they're
people-
open
And
though,
money.
to like doing
and money.
no, they're not.
No, they're not. The
No, they're
Danish,
not.
the Danish are not. They're
They don't
like
want
they're
to.
like, yo, stay away.
Danish.
Yeah, the Danes they own it.
They don't want them to extract from their land, and they don't want immigration there. That's the two
Yeah.
things.
And then Trump's just like, yo, there's metals under the ground, man. There's metals. Russia, we can put a nuke there. You
I
know?
think he's just trying shit. He's like, let me see how far my power will go.
Have you? I seen this thing that was like MAGA supporters. They're not messing with Trump now, or some of them are not messing with Trump. They're like, oh, you used us, whatever. We don't even like.
I haven't seen that.
I seen that. I didn't look into it too much, but I was surprised because I didn't think there was a big issue with MAGA and Trump or people feeling like they used him or he used them to get the office. I felt like his approach or his audience was pretty genuine in their support for him.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen anything about that?
No, I haven't.
There's a lot to it. I mean, it is what it is. He played his part that he had to
I haven't seen
become
it.
president. You know what I mean? He did everything to say whatever he had to say to make him for you to love him. Once he got in there, boom. There's
I mean,
issues.
that's every president.
You know what I mean? It's always gonna be like that.
that's always been the game.
But how did they? First of all, how did they even get in? How did they become president? Endorsements. You need donors.
Influence.
And the biggest donors in America, the biggest donors in the world, billionaires, they all went to Trump. They didn't go to Biden. Facebook, you know what I mean? Elon. But once they put that money in, guess what? They could do whatever they want now.
Yeah, he owes them
So,
an IOU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it works. So now we gotta wait and
Big
see what
T.
happens.
Big T don't lie.
All I'm gonna say is, if we're American, we're the best. We should have this whole thing locked up. It doesn't make sense for other people from the other around the countries to come here and taking over our shit. You know. So it is what it is. People on the ground have to do what they have to do to survive, and I don't know. Money is greed, right?
Oh, interesting times to live in. On that note, it's a good episode 2. We'll see you guys for episode 3.